Welcome. It's wonderful to be here with you, wherever you are, whatever time of day it is for you. I welcome you. Before we get started today, I'm going to suggest that you first go find food, food that you will be eating at some point today. It might be an apple, maybe it's a meal that you made or somebody made for you. Maybe it's something you grew, or maybe it's something that was given to you, or you might have even purchased. But just find that food, find that piece of fruit, that vegetable, that sandwich, whatever you have. And now find yourself a seat. If you're still looking for food, you can put this on pause. As you find a comfortable seat, take a moment to just wiggle into it and keep that food handy. Take a few moments here to breathe, feeling your inhale and feeling the exhale. Noticing the quality of the inhale, the quality of the exhale. Simply be fully present in each breath. Notice if there's a shift in energy from simply being aware of breath. Maybe it's already been a bit of a tough day and some of that might have now released. Maybe you're just starting your day and it's helped you become more present. Or maybe your day is coming to a gentle close and it's allowing you to just soften and release whatever has come before. Be present with sensations in the body, trying not to define them as good or bad, just noticing any sensations. And then become present with the mind. Notice if your thoughts are already taking you away from this moment. Notice if they're jumping in and out. Mind is doing what the mind does, trying to distract, not with malice, just doing what it does. Let your awareness just move from thought to thought for a moment without getting stuck on any one thought unless one thought keeps arriving. Awareness jumping from thought to thought. and then let the thought go. Let each and every thought go, returning to the breath, the inhale and the exhale. Letting it simply soften into a natural, easy breath. And I'm going to ask you now to open your eyes if they are closed and find the food that you brought to your seat. I'm going to ask you to hold that food. If it's an apple, hold it in your hand. If it's a meal, put the bowl or the plate in your hand so you can gaze right down at it. Take some time here to observe the color or colors, truly seeing the colors. Is it dark or is it light? Is it a color that you really enjoy, or is it a color that's very neutral? Notice the textures that can be seen with the eye. Take a look, see the shapes and the ridges. Does it look smooth to the eye? Does it look rough? Does it look pitted? Just really, truly seeing all the qualities of the texture. And see the shape as well. Enjoy just looking at the shape. If it's a piece of food, just moving it around in your hand so you can see all the different shapes. And then touch the food. So you can touch it without worried about it being messy. Touch and enjoy the sensation of touching this food. Let your fingers, the tips of the fingers, feel the qualities of this food. Just letting the tips of the fingers run over edges or roundness, softness or hardness. And then let that go. And now bring it close to the nose and take a deep breath in and smell this food. Really enjoy and notice the smell. Breathing in, breathe in all the different qualities. What does it make you think of? And then notice if your mouth has started to react. Maybe there's saliva moving in the mouth now. Or maybe you just are already remembering the textures of this food. Maybe even if you're able to right now, take a small bit of this food, or maybe it's a bite that needs to be taken. And do not swallow. Just take that little bit of this food and let it sit on the tongue. Feel it there. Notice flavor starting to move across the mouth. Maybe let that piece move to different spots within the mouth and enjoy the changing flavors and sensations. See if you can sense the textures on the tongue. And then maybe with eyes closed, you very slowly begin to chew, taking your time, feeling the food between the teeth, feeling it on the tongue. Just chewing for a bit more. And then let yourself swallow, feeling that food sliding down the throat, imagining it going down the throat, passing through the diaphragm into the belly. And imagine it there being broken down, turned into particles that get sent further into the body, into the intestines, maybe over to the liver. Imagine your cells gently reaching for what they need from this bit of food. And then everything else that's not required by you, releasing, eventually to return to the earth. And just sit there, not worrying about when the next bite might be. Just noticing what it feels like to have connected to this food. And now gently open the eyes and look again at what is in your hands. Now imagine what it took you or someone else to make this food. If it's fresh from a garden, imagine what it took for somebody to grow and harvest this food. Imagine now, one stage farther back, what it took for that plant or those plants to create this food. The sunshine that had to flow into the leaves to provide the energy and sugars and waters to grow this. all the bacteria and mycelium and fungi below the earth that had to gather minerals and nutrients to share with the roots to send up the stems, the stalks, to grow this food. Imagine the rain, the work of any who labored over this growth, the bees that had to pollinate flowers, the butterflies, the worms changing the earth to food, the rotating of the earth that causes the sun to flow in and out of each day and the moon to rise to add sweetness to what nourishes us, to what nourishes you. And as you gaze at your food and imagine all of this, feel a sense of gratitude rising within you. Feel it filling you. Gratitude flowing from the center, from your heart. Gratitude to everything of nature that came together to grow this food to feed you. Everything of nature within us that causes us to support and nurture the growth of this food. Everything within you that took the time to find this food, to give yourself this nourishment. And deep loving gratitude to this very food itself for offering itself to you to continue growing and nurturing this body that you exist within. Be with a sense of gratitude. Breathe in gratitude. And gently place this food to the side. Just sit. And breathe. Notice that more expansive connection to everything that you are a part of. We have become disconnected from all of the nature that we are a part of. We flow in cycles. We are in rhythm with everything. We are in relationship with everything. And as you feel gratitude and deep appreciation for everything that nurtures you, every cell of your being responds. Everything of nature responds. You will feel a difference in how the food arrives into your internal being. You will feel a difference in what you choose to put in the mouth. You will find a difference in how you show up for yourself and how you move through the day. Have the deepest gratitude for the moments that you remember to be present. Have deep gratitude for yourself. Now let your eyes gently open. Take a moment to shift gently back into the body through movement, through breath. Let your eyes move around the space you're within, taking in shapes and colors. And again, letting your gaze rest on this food that you brought with you. Maybe stretch out. Take a big breath. I thank you for joining me. I thank you for joining yourself. And I thank you for taking just a moment to remember everything that you are a part of. Namaste.